First time I obviously heard about this film was when I got sent the script, and I loved the script, and I obviously had to Skype with Ron and go through that whole process. And then when I got the part and started preparing, I was given a huge stack of books, which I had to work my way through, and Moby Dick was one of them. And I'm not going to lie, I unfortunately didn't finish it. I resorted to the film. But it's such an incredible story, and a story of this sort of magnitude gives us the motivation to give it everything that we've got, you know, and make sure that we did justice to these men and gave a very real performance. These are real men. It's not like we're making a piece of fiction. This actually happened to 21 men, and my character in particular is a 14-year-old boy, and the idea that what these men went through happened to a little kid, to me, is ridiculous. I can't quite imagine what it would have been like for poor little Nickerson. And the fact that these were real people, it gave Ron sort of the drive to make sure that every aspect of this film was real. From the sets, from the performances, from our bond with all the other cast. And he was very, very driven about making this film a real experience for audiences. The preparation is what really made this movie. It wouldn't have been possible without the preparation that the cast did, the crew, and also, of course, Ron. A film of this size deserves a crew that are going to work as hard as possible, and it deserves a director as skillful and as amazing as Ron. But the preparation sort of started with reading and looking into the history and finding out what it is that these men went through, just to be a whaler. This is before we studied the sort of weight loss and being emaciated. We then physically had to get into shape and go to the gym, which was great fun for me, apart from when I had to train with Chris. Because that's kind of, I mean, I'm never going to win in that battle, no? So that wasn't really that fun. We had to learn how to sail the ship. We all sort of got together and we were sent to this like sailing school and learned how to tie knots and lower the masts and change the course of the sail, I believe it was called. And it was a whole collection of things, really, that made us well-rounded sailors, in a way. And that whole process brought us all closer together and made filming a lot easier. To do justice to what these men went through and to make sure that we made a real film that audiences could really experience, to me it almost felt like if I wasn't trying my hardest and if it wasn't incredibly tough, then I wasn't doing it right. And the water was tough, but I mean, I was 16 at the time, and it's great fun. I mean, I'm doing stunts, I'm being hurled around, I'm learning how to scuba dive, and it was really a dream come true. And also I was doing it with great guys like Thor and Chris. I mean, it's the best. And to have Ron Howard at the helm makes everything better, you know? And I was just so privileged to be a part of this crazy experience. I got sick for the first 2 days, and then they gave me this like pill, and like, listen, this will make you feel better. But it was really like a drowsy pill. So I just like slept all day. And then towards the end of the shoot out in La Gomera, it was also towards the end of the diet, and I hadn't had sugar for a long time, and like I'd even cut sugar out of my tea, which is like, it's amazing for me. I love sugary tea. But I was so fed up one day, and I went to the crew catering and stole a croissant, and I ate the croissant secretly. No one knew about this, but my body was like, no, gotta go, and I just threw up over the side of the boat. And everyone was like, how are you throwing up? Surely there's nothing for you to throw up because you're not eating anything. And I was able to like blame it on seasickness and be like, yeah, no, I don't eat anything. I'm really good at the diet. But no, it was tough, but all for the right reasons, you know? And it was kind of like being part of a rugby team and going on like a rugby tour, you know? And it was a very special experience. And the weight loss is really what brought us actors closer together. And as I'm sure you've seen in the film, it kind of makes the film, the relationships that you see on screen. And it was also just really fun as much as it was painful. One of the things that makes Ron so special is he brings a level of calmness to the set. He's so prepared that he's able to relax and knows exactly what he has to do. And with anything that goes wrong, he always has a contingency. And that gives us the time to relax and to then trust him. And when you trust your director and when you know you're making a good movie, hard work doesn't feel like hard work. It feels like it's right, you know? And also, we were a group of guys just on a Ron Howard film. I mean, how lucky. I mean, you can't do any better than that.